I would still like to talk a little bit about Paimon, now about the book, the King Paimon, the void and the silence, the king of the abyss, or the lord of the abyss. It's almost like to say Paimon carries many names with him. At the same time, he's called the one without name, the forgotten one, or just Paimon. Sometimes when he appears as King Paimon, when he's in some situation he appears as King Paimon, no? But when I worked on the manuscript, it's almost like I looked at the intonation of the text, that it's representative as a dialogue, when he appears, and it's almost like it creates a rhythmus, it creates a melody to the text. When one reads it aloud, I'm going to make very soon reading from the book, and but going back to King Paimon, I was saying that he is very almost like, I don't want to say wise because it's too little, I'm still trying to figure out what exactly I should speak about. Like the connection with the void and the silence. It's almost like there's a connection with Paimon there, It's almost like he's able to listen in silence, and it's almost like he knows things, He's able to see without speaking, and in the same time it's almost like a dialogue with oneself, almost like questioning if he's even there, because you speak about the darkness, about the silence, about the void. So there are some deep qualities to him. And in the book you have stories from the past with Paimon, and it's almost like I think through the language and through what it says, through the stories, it shows that it is from that time. And it has a lot of secret knowledge. I'm very curious to hear it on voice, how it sounds. And I'm doing the final touches on the book at the moment, but it is ready. And I'm going to see quite in the end how many pages exactly, because now I'm making it a little bit longer, sorry, I'm a little tired, so it's going to be a little longer. The text, or the pages. I'm not adding any text to it. I'm just rearranging the sentences, So I'm working on the body of the text, and the rest is writing, the cover and everything. And I'm curious already what next I'm going to write. Maybe it's going to be something connected with Paimon further on. Of course, it can. As I've said, I tried to write different genres. I try to keep the excitement for myself as well. And sometimes, it's like my books are connected with each other. Some almost like very much, it's like part of a trilogy, like books that have certain thematics, and I've written them one after another. Paimon is my last one, and it's almost like on the number of the pages I always have written more pages. Almost like it was a desire of mine to have thicker books. I think people like to read bigger books, and Paimon is definitely a big one, It's almost like I have to make the text shorter, so there are going to be more pages, but otherwise it sounds different. I cannot otherwise, But it doesn't matter, because in digital form, it's even better. And it's almost like I cannot control how many pages has a book. Of course, I always try to make it as long as possible. Some of my books can have a continuation of the story. I always leave an open end to my books. And about the Paimon book, I think, even the long poem that goes through these pages almost like ends in a way of it can go further on. No, it's almost like a continuum of knowledge. And my most beautiful vision that I had with Paimon was sitting and almost like entering this palace where he was, and there was only like a sound of silence and maybe some water dripping. Now it's almost like a very melodic type of dark noir gothic environment, wet. It's almost like you feel the coldness of the obsidian throne. Everything was in black. And you see him on a throne, and he is continuously talking, and that's like the fascinating part of Paimon. And then in other visions where he is a little bit more open, to the way to say he appears is him riding on a camel. As I said, you can see this in a vision or a dream, if it's something that you want, or something that it happens, or something that it attracts you. It's almost like, it was my experience which I had, the visual aspect of the story for the book. And as I said, always try to focus on the essential, because that's not even the essential. My experience, it is interesting, but it's not essential, because the essential is the body of work, which is always the book itself, and one can interpret it in different ways, in the way you see it in an artistic gothic novel, or a grimoire or anything like that. It's the freedom of the artist, that one can almost like free himself, sorry, to try a new genre, to try a new avenue, because anything can be an inspiration, and I think this is definitely one of the type of the books where many people could have attraction towards and interest towards. And I'm always when I think or speak about Paimon, I'm always pulled back to these two memories I've had with him. Almost to say it's that deep and it's that beautiful, and especially the one with him talking on the throne was a very beautiful one, and it's very it's definitely silent, and he's reciting his words. It's a very ceremonial, royal type of atmosphere, and when you see him together with the people, it is a little bit different, and he's more approachable. Like he talks, you see him as human, riding the camel, as I've said, the symbology of the eternal void, desert. It's said now that the camel is always the animal who brings you to safety, always the animal who knows. It's always like a good omen. It's a very enduring type of animal, but it's not that, for Paimon, the camel is the true companion, it's like the best companion, the highest form of companion that one can have. It's almost like his animal of choice. The camel, it represents even from where he comes, as origin, as deity, from which region of the world he, so to say, first appeared. And so it speaks about time, about sand, about the desert, about longevity, about the journey, about the adventure, about the exotic part of, I see Arabian markets, temples, or old literature, or very old books, or library, or like a Gothic cathedral, almost like this throne, or this black obsidian throne. As I said, all black, no? It almost looks like a black snake. It's very majestic, it's very beautiful. And on other images that I've seen him, he's represented as a young boy or as a man. I've seen him too. As I said, he's very beautiful, very handsome, and he likes to play music instruments. He's, like I said, he enjoys music. He always has music playing. When I listen to him, it had quite a romantic vibe to it. It's almost like the prince in the castle, no? The forgotten king, the one who speaks from the silence, the one who carries all. Now, it's almost like a duty that he has to fulfill. And it's almost to say, when he speaks, he commands. There's another quality of Paimon. It's not that he commands, this is like even the discussion in the book, no? Because I said it's a lot of knowledge, and it's a very elegant equilibrium to it, no? And the vision, even if it seems simple, it's very pulling, it's very beautiful. And I really like the Arabic, the exotic aspect of it, the desert, the eternal, and the story does go very much then into the thematic of eternal love, of eternal destiny, of eternal life, or of eternal enjoyment, That comes more in the second part of the book. The story evolves. It's almost like many stories in one. It moves from time in different scenarios. So it is not a boring story. It is a entertaining story that really moves with the reader. So I really like that. Sorry, and the poems do have very a very nice rhythms to the very lyrical, very lyrical, the text, very balanced. It's very nice, and I really like the musical aspect of Paimon. I think it's very beautiful, and I see a lot of different type of instruments playing together. It's almost like represents joy, good fortune, good omen, celebration, something good to come. And the way that his name was written in the book is the same, almost like I took different ways to punctuate his name or to bring it out in the text the way it deserves to be spoken. So I when I work on the book, I work with great honor and great respect, trying to do my best to bring the book in the shape that it should be. So thank you so much for listening. As I said, I'm still I'm doing these videos almost like me trying to understand as well. A little testimony about the book, Paimon. If other people are now or in the future are going to be interested to know about Paimon, I'm going to keep these videos. I'm not going to delete them, and you can always listen to them. And I'm going to definitely talk more about Paimon, about the void and the silence, about the Lord of the Abyss. There's great knowledge, there's great wisdom, there's great understanding truth about about humans finally. So there's a beauty and a joy in that. It's a very there's a lot of richness, a lot of layers, and it's very beautiful stories, especially from the past, which I really love. I was digging something from the past, archaeologists of the past, no? And putting a new spin, creating something new, which is definitely this book on the subject for Paimon. And thank you for listening. I'm going to post the next part of this conversation about this book. And have a great week. All the best. Thank you. Bye.